So hi again, I'm back. Yeah, so masculine, feminine. Oh, by the way, the reason I don't subscribe to the mainstream things is I feel like everything is upside down. The food, the music, the culture, um, the religion, even to some extent, it's seeping in the science world, because even how we give birth is not the correct way. By the way, is not the correct way. Yeah, everything is upside down. There's a reason for that, and all I can say right now is we are at war, spiritual war. There's so many things happening, you know. Well, most humans are asleep. There is a war going on, a spiritual war. And that's the reason why most things are upside down, to keep you in that state. So these are thoughts I usually have and feelings, and I might talk about them, I might not. I prefer keeping them to myself. If you want, I might talk about them, but just know we are at war, a spiritual war. So back to the masculine and the feminine. Okay, the masculine doing, giving, logic, structure, focus, aggression is not a bad thing, by the way. There's that. Then the feminine, the creative force. I've mentioned this, the creative force. Emotional is not a bad thing. Hear me and hear me well. Emotional is not a bad thing. Okay? Yes, especially when you have that emotional stability or emotional fitness, it's the best thing you can have. So there's emotional, receptive energy. It's being. When the masculine is doing, the feminine is being. Okay, and it's all about that beauty, sensuality, I've said emotions. Yes. Okay, and now we go back to why I believe that when a woman, after giving birth and as you age, especially if you're in your feminine essence, feminine energy, you don't lose value. Well, I kind of feel the value they talk of is they talk about is more on attracting sexual partners. But you see, okay, now this is where I bring back the feminine energy, because when the masculine energy is knowledge, the feminine energy is wisdom. Okay, and the more you're aging, the more even that space of giving birth, it impacts you with more power in terms of even speaking things into existence. Okay, so I am not here to talk about sexual partners and all that. I know right now that's where most people are, the collective consciousness, that's where they are. Okay, value in terms of attracting sexual partners. Here's the funny part. When you're in your feminine essence, when you're this goddess, that just follows. You don't need to do anything. to attract sexual partners, okay? Actually, you start becoming aware that it might be best if I use my sexual energy to speak more things into existence, to express my creation energy, to express my being, okay? So you increase in value in terms of speaking things into power, okay? And this happened for me. It happened even before I got pregnant, when I started looking into femininity and embracing that feminine energy. So on that, let's put a pause. So let me first tell you the steps I went through. Again, if you want me to help you to awaken the goddess within, you can always say so, okay? So the steps for me, the first one was that mental awakening, okay? The mental awakening, that's why I used to call my Instagram page mindset shift, okay? Because that's the first step. That was the first step for me in this path. It was that mental awakening. So after that, I changed it. I later changed it to Rise of the Goddess, because that's now where I'm at. It's the goddess rising, and that's where I'm at. Yeah. So I changed all my social media platforms. You'll find they have that name, Rise of the Goddess. YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Rise of the Goddess. I still see myself as a sex goddess for a reason. Yeah. Anyway, let's go back to the steps. So it was mental awakening first, where I got to see so many things, positivity, negativity, and all that. And then from that, physical awakening, where I just felt like I need to do some exercise. I talked about this kitambo in my videos on Instagram. I talked about this. There was a whole morning routine, meditation, exercise in the morning, even the food. However, when it comes to food, I was just vibrating. I was just vibrating. How can I put it? Let's just say I was in the same frequency with healthy foods. That's the best way I can put that. So after the mental awakening, physical awakening and spiritual awakening just happened. It was like almost immediately. Okay, so I started looking for even healthier foods and started working out, which was amazing. I'll still go back. This whole pregnancy thing. I'll go back. Let me just say that. I will go, definitely. So after the physical awakening and the spiritual awakening, there was I started looking into femininity, just being called to it. It's like a voice inside your head. Feminine energy, what's this about? And I started looking more into it. I'll talk about this in depth. I'm just mentioning them right now. So there was the feminine energy, and that's when I experienced sexual awakening, and I started even connecting with my womb, and I started seeing I've been giving away my power, my energy, and I started reclaiming back my energy and my power. So there was the sexual awakening, and then emotional awakening. Yeah, let me continue this in the next video.